MSI is where the impossible happens, like Jankos winning it. Thanks, man. Yeah, the drive is starting. So, Trash ban, Rumble ban, Lee Sin ban. It's a BO1. Nidalee ban makes sense against Canyon. But I don't even think Nidalee is high priority. I feel like Morgana is more popular now than Nidalee is. So I don't actually know why they ban Nidalee over Morgana. But Rumble makes sense. Yeah, they're gonna first pick Morgana. Or at least I think they should first pick Morgana. So they did first pick Morgana. Because I think if they ban Nidalee... So the thing is that Morgana is not good against Poke, right? And because she's low range. So Morgana is actually a low range champion. So she's not gonna be happy playing as high range targets. So if they look in Varus here, I think that's really good for them because Varus is high range against Morgana. The only problem is Varus ult doesn't work against Morgana, but at least Varus is high range, right? And Kindred. So Kindred farms way slower than Morgana does. So the problem with Kindred is that you will fall behind naturally at some point in levels and XP. But Kindred doesn't really get hit by Morgana Q, and she can scrimmage against Morgana pre-6 at least. After 6 is a bit hard. Then they look in Jhin Leona, which is just a strong, solid bot lane against Varus. I think Jhin was... I personally didn't really like Jhin in like LAC beta. Because I think back then we have more... We had more Tristana, more Jinx. But Jhin is not bad lane against Varus. Like Jhin-Varus lane, Jhin can win this lane. And Varus can go poke or on hit. If Varus goes on hit build... He's going to one-shot frontline, and Jhin will never kill frontline. But he's not most likely not going on hit with a Kindred in his team. I mean, he could, because on hit Varus is gonna be better against Leona. Like, I think DamWon draft makes a lot of sense, because they actually wanna go in on Varus with this draft. I mean, Morgana is gonna probably just be a follow-up. Like, Morgana is a bot now. They need to pick AD top or mid. But I'm not sure what they're gonna look for with Renekton ban. Renekton will be pretty good here, but Renekton is banned out from... Cloud9, which makes sense as well. Then Orianna ban. I mean, Orianna is just a safe blind pick, right? Like, whenever you pick Orianna, she's just gonna stand mid lane, she's gonna play with her ball, and she's gonna be very happy. Yeah, well, they are playing a Peel comp, and Lulu makes sense in Peel comp. They also log in the Victor, which is a Victor blind pick, so Showmaker can play anything from Syndra to Zoe here. But Syndra is kind of low range, so maybe Zoe is better. Zoe can actually play against Varus. I mean, the thing is that whenever Zoe ults, she is very easy to ult by Varus, and she's very easy to get Q'd by Varus. But Zoe can also hit E on Varus, and then Varus is fucked. So I like the Zoe pick over Syndra, because I think Syndra would be good against Kindred, I think. Because you can just ult and E, and Kindred is dead. But Zoe makes more sense in the team comp. I had some sausage in my mouth. And the Gnar is just a good blind pick. It's safe. No matter what you pick against Gnar, it's gonna be safe. Sure, you can pick Irelia, but then you're playing Irelia with Kindred against a Gnar and Morgana. You are not gonna outscale this. You are gonna for sure lose the long game, because Gnar is gonna build Tabis, and as soon as Gnar has Tabis and some armor, and he gets HP, and he gets levels, and Morgana gets levels, this 2v2 is unwinnable, I think. So as you can see, the Zoe is kind of getting the push here. Actually, I mean, she can get a push, right? She's actually choosing to poke, because Zoe could just auto the minions all the time, and she could play for push, but I think she's still gonna get the push, and it seems like Cloud9 didn't invade, so Morgana is gonna be ahead. So look at Morgana compared to Kindred pathing. Morgana is going to be so much like look right now. Kindred is not done with her cracks. Morgana is already done with her raptors. It's so big. Canyon has such a big dick. Like, he's always so fucking alpha. So basically, Morgana is currently full one camp ahead, 15 to 20 seconds. It's so big, so big. And it seems like bot lane Varus is also getting the priority. I mean, Tahm Kench is just giga broken in the early game. Like, you don't really get priority against Tahm Kench, I think, because he's just so big and he's so tanky. So it kind of surprises me that Canyon ended up on both sides of the map, because I think this fight is a bit flippy. Wait, but they are actually fighting for it. They are fighting for it. Bot lane is trading 2v2. I think they pushed off Blubber from the crab. Oh my god, DamWon is so good! They're so good! They're getting the double crab at the mid lane priority, and Blubber is so behind. DamWon! Yeah, oh my god. So top wave is bouncing now, so they will have the top priority for for the top crab, and as you can see, Morgana had time to full clear, and Blabber is done with full clear now, and he's basing, but Morgana is going to get a double crab, right? So I just want you guys to understand how fast is Morgana jungle right now, okay? He started on red buff, he did all camps to top side, then he still had time to go from top side to bot side by the time the crab was up. So he had time to do 6 camps and end up on the same side as he started on. That's so broken. It's so OP. That's why I don't understand why ban Nidalee over Morgana. I think it's so fucking bad. Kindred is not a hyper carry unless she gets a lot of things. But she's not gonna get a lot of things this game. Wow, Luka Perkovic with the W. Showmaker will be forced to flash here. And Showmaker flashes. But Canyon steals the Drake! I didn't even see it! But of course he does! It's Canyon after all! And a heal burned from Jhin. And that's gonna be the trade-off. So, because Tam Kench went mid lane, and a bad binding from Canyon. Ooh, this could be actually pretty bad for them, I think. Because Victor is moving and Zoe can join. Zoe has no TP. I think Leona is dead here. Leona can't get out. Leona is dead. I think they are trolling. I think Cloud9 made a big mistake. I think, sorry, DamWon made a bit of mistake. There is no reason to stay to fight for the crab. That was Jungle thought that he really wants the crab, but they cannot fight for the crab. So I think it's very good for Cloud9 to punish the fact that Leona doesn't flash. I don't even know how Leona flashed, but I think it was very troll. And as soon as Morgana misses the binding, Morgana is useless. They actually stole the crab. Okay, it's worth, guys. It's worth. You give up your support life for crab. If Mickey would like ever give up his life for crab, it's worth, guys. It's worth. Like, support, whatever. Crab, juicy. And Khan steals the red buff and also probably kills the Blabber here. I don't think Blabber can get out. That's a one-shot. This is what I call a top laner. A top laner. 25 years old. I also have hope. If Khan can play like that while being 25 years old, I can also play like that while being 25 years old. Khan! So now we see the replay from the Drake. So he flashes. Okay, so Leona flashes in and misses the E. Canyon gets the steal off. So I think the idea from Leona is good. She flashes in to engage hard. I think if she hits that E, they will get a kill because Morgana can follow with binding. But she misses that E. And Tam Kench was mid lane. So this is the big thing. DamWon realizes Tam Kench is mid lane and they overstep to try to dive the Zoe. So they have time to engage on them. I was like, DamWon is so good. I'm actually just... Oh my god! Okay, they are not that great, but they are playing very well. Like, with the information they have on the map, how fast they can make decisions, it's very well. You know, we won a game against this team. Like, oh my, we are so good. Actually, it's crazy. We are so good. So maybe we have another steal situation coming, but I think this fight could be good for Cloud9. Really good perks flank. Leona misses the flashes in for no reason, but she's alone. What? Okay, so this fight could be good just because at this point Canyon is so ahead in levels and Varus has no flash. Canyon dies. Those Ven is playing so fucking well. Holy fuck, the AD carry difference, man. Okay, so Perks is dead here. No, he's not. Oh my god, Cloud9 is so good! No one dies from Cloud9. They kite this fight very well. Sven kills Morgana before the ult pops. So Morgana dies before the ult can pop. That's why Sven gets out. Nart didn't have a good TP flank ward. So even though he did have Mega, he couldn't really TP flank well. And then we have, you know, like Varus is so much strong in this fight. I kind of don't like what Leona is doing. I think she goes too early. She goes, flashes in when no one can follow with the damage. So... as you can see, Zoe Q misses, Zoe E misses, Morgana flashes in, it seems good, but she has 3 marks from Varus W on, so she gets one shot by the Q, half HP, and then they keep going. Khan is here, he doesn't have ult, so Perix just flashes away. It's really good skirmish by Blabber, by Cloud9 overall. I think they played this very well, everyone included. But I do think it's also a big mistake by DamWon. I think this fight was played very sloppy. I think Beryl is actually playing very fucking bad. I mean, I don't want to flame them, but like, I don't think Beryl is trolling. I think Beryl is really fucking trolling. I think every time he is in, I think it's fucking bad. Like, on the bot lane, I think they can fight at that moment. They do fight. They gave a kill. Maybe it's fine because at least they get a... I don't think they even got a push out actually. Then another fight at Drake. Sure, they get a Drake steal, but he misses E-flash for no reason. And now this happens. He flashes in before Zoe can even be remotely close to follow with her QE. I think it's really, really not good. The good thing for Blabber is that he can get ahead now. Or not ahead, but he can base. Ooh, Perix with the sidestep on both the Q and the bubble from Zoe. Kindred in this game is difficult to play, but he's doing fine. He's doing well. He's playing with what he had, and sure, he's 2 less behind. But again, it's not a jungle diff, it's team diff. It's game plan from DamWon is good, and that's what made Blabber so behind. And sure, he can play Blabber for being 2 levels behind, but it's not a jungle diff, okay? Like, he's 30 CS down in this matchup, I think is good. It's good. Like, it's not bad, you know? Like, he could be 50 CS behind this matchup. I'm telling you, this matchup is so bad. Like, Morgana farms so much faster. That's why I thought they would do something in the early game to make sure Morgana can't be so ahead, but they didn't. I think it makes a lot of sense, though, that Cloud9 goes through bot side and not mid lane, because I think it's way easier to face check from bot side here. And both Zoe is chunked, but as you can see, GP kind of doesn't win 1-1 now. Nar has red buff too, so GP is getting zoned quite a lot. Victor is tipping in on the bot side or on the blue buff, and they want to fight this. So Canyon is popping Herald just for some extra pressure on the mid tower. DamWon can give up this Rake and get mid tower. If DamWon wants to, they could go for mid tower right now, but DamWon wants to fight because they know they are getting outscaled. So this is one of the better chances they have. But I do think Cloud9 should win this fight. I think that Varus right now is too broken, and if Cloud9 chooses to fight this, I think Varus is gonna kill everyone. So Varus got hit by a binding. And Varus almost got one shot. We have Kindred ult, we have Tamkench eat. Varus still has flash, so Varus is gonna be fine. So Cloud9 gets away 5 for 0 for 0. Like, no one's gonna die in this fight. I think that no one should die. Like, even GP should be fine. I think this fight, I'm still surprised that... I'm very, very surprised that DamWon managed to even get in a position where they burned a couple of summoners, because I think that Drake was free, and I think that if Sven doesn't get hit by the Zoe sleep, or maybe if they insta-eat the Zoe sleep and they start running, I think Cloud9 should never be able to lose so much. Like, they should never be able to all die here. And again, what's very important is I feel like, wow, nice binding. But I mean, yeah, again, like, he has Mercs, so he doesn't care. Like, you see, the Zoe damage is no damage. Zoe has negative damage. Mercs are so high value that even though he got hit by everything, he actually just, like, it was Jhin, Gale Force, 4th hit, it was Zoe, EQ. He doesn't take damage from Zoe. So Jhin was all the damage. They don't have damage to kill Victor. Khan again showing Fuchs that he's just an A top laner and he's playing against Korean Elite. So Fuchs is gonna die here. That was pretty greedy from Fuchs to contest that blue buff. It doesn't make a lot of sense because Fuchs has no flash and Jhin has a very, very high range follow-up. So Barry is gonna force a fight here, of course, because it's 5v4. Blabber still has no ult. Blabber is going to get away, but Fuchs, Vulcan should die. Sven should also die here. Perix will be able to clean up 1 kill, very well played by Perix, and that will be it. If DamWon wants to, they can force the mid tower, but no, they choose not to. They are moving into the Nash. So I think Nash is actually not easy because they don't have a tank. Wait, Nar has Rando, Inomen, and Tabis. They could be able... It's not a throw, by the way. DamWon is still in control of this game. The whole time DamWon is in control of this game. It's not a throw. Even though they have 2 Drakes, Cloud9, they are 2-3k behind in gold, and they are just getting basically out-pressured because of, like, Nar has so much pressure, and they also have mid-prio, and jungle has always a head tempo. But yeah, in this situation, right, they just use GP ult, DamWon is low, they can't really tank the Nash, they have to back out. Next Drake is in 2 minutes. I do think if Cloud9 can survive until, like, 3 items, they should start, like, winning. But even the previous Drake fight, I feel like they should have, like, they shouldn't lose their last fight. And they didn't really die in the last fight, but they lost bot tower and mid tower and tempo. Like, even though they got the Drake, they lost so much on the map for the Drake that it's not worth it. That's why I think that Cloud9 shouldn't really have so much Drake priority when they have Varus. But then again, Varus wants to fight Drakes because he's so strong early. But yeah, another time Fuji is getting caught by Nar, and the perfect sidestep on the bubbles on top of him being able to destroy another bubbling cat. And they don't have it, and Kindred ults, Perix flashes away, Perix will be dead here. That's the end of Cloud9, unless Sven can do something, but there's no fucking way. Wait, Sven also gets caught, why did he stay here? Better with the engages. But that should be it. I don't think either of them is gonna die. Honestly, Khan, like, is he actually so fucking good? He's so fucking 1v9 this game. This Nar is actually so giga 1v9, it's crazy. It's such a fucking top lane diff. I mean, like, he's actually so fucking good, or what, this guy. So they can try to steal it with Q from Varus, but they have double smite. Canyon and Showmaker has spellbook, so he also took smite. This is a bit spicy, because, okay, one smite was used, second smite was used. So, yeah, they get the smite off, they get the Nash. And that, honestly, now it's very hard because I think, you know, Varus in the early game is so strong, and they didn't win the team fights where Varus should be able to carry. And I feel like the first reg was a bit troll, so they got a little bit ahead. Here we have the replay of Khan smurfing. He hit that barrel so fucking good, and the other barrel he sidesteps, and then he flashes in onto 4 people with Mega Nar, like literally into the wall. It's so well played. It's actually crazy. Of course, his team is there to follow, right? Zoe is like very far away, but they know they win this fight because, well, GP is really low, and they have really good CC from the Nar, right? So like they should be able to win this fight. Morgana can follow from high range, same as Jhin. So they end up winning this fight. They end up getting Drake and Nash from the fight. Nare has so much silent pressure and is so strong. And at this point, they are playing Zoe, Jhin, and Morgana. Standing under your fucking towers, throwing their shit at you. There's nothing you can do. So I think that, like, I didn't really like some of the fight I didn't really like early game from like both teams. I think maybe okay, so I think the first early game part from DamWon was really good. The first like 3-4 minutes. But then I think Cloud9 really trolled with the Drake, and I think that kind of put them a little bit behind. And sure, you want to fight early because you are playing Varus, but Varus gonna spike faster than Jhin, so you don't really need to fight that early. And a beautiful play from Nar, of course, going in here. They want to end this game here. I think Kanye tells Zazonia, do good double stun. Sven is dead. Perix is dead, so as soon as Perix does, that's the game. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't think DamWon played like that insanely well, but they did win the game. And I do think that like Beryl was kind of inting and running down in the early game, but he does end up the game with 0-5, the Beryl. But that should be it. I think they should be able to close things off now. And the GP can defend. Fudge against the world with Vulcan. And Vulcan's gonna get caught here by Morgana banning, double root from Zoe. Yeah. The only person who does damage here is the Nar, right? So Vulcan doesn't die with the Mercs and a lot of magic resist. That's the game. Holy fuck, man. But I got really triggered when you guys said the jungle diff. I think it was most of a team diff. It was not just the jungle diff. It was not a jungle diff. So we have to tell you about DamWon playstyle is they always like to have fast clearing jungle. That's how they play. It's similar to Rogue. Rogue is copying DamWon a lot. Like they always get fast clearing jungle. They try to get bot lane winning and mid lane winning. And they basically play for the jungle to be ahead by doing camps. This is what the Rogue is doing to a degree, but they are kind of bad at it compared to DamWon, of course, and DamWon is just better. And DamWon is just really good at it. DamWon is good at like getting priority in the early game and using it to put Canyon ahead. And in this game, this is what happened. They have really good early game plan where Canyon full clears, takes bot crab, top crab. It's hard to play after.